Hello friends, I welcome you all in my lecture on cutoff frequency of a rectangular waveguide. So, objectives of today's lecture is students should able to calculate the cutoff frequency of TE mode in a rectangular waveguide. What do you first we'll see what do you mean by a cutoff frequency? Cutoff frequency means that minimum it is the minimum frequency that can pass through a rectangular waveguide. That is called as cutoff frequency. So cutoff first we'll see the expression for the cutoff frequency in case of TE mode. So expression for cutoff frequency is fc equals to fcmn is equal to c by 2 under root of m by a square plus n by b square. So what is this m and n? M and n stands for number of half cycles along with the x-axis and y-axis. So for example, if this is your rectangular waveguide, this is a rectangular waveguide. So in this rectangular waveguide, this dimension is called as A, okay, that is along with the x-axis, and this dimension is called as B, and that is along with the y-axis. So when the signal is propagating inside this waveguide, then number of half cycles completed along with the x-axis, that is called as M. So in this case, M is equal to 3, and number of half cycles completed by the signal or traveled by the signal along with the y-axis, that is called as n. So this is called as n. So in this case, n is equal to 2. This is only an example. So n will have m and n will have any value from 0 to infinity, any whole number value from 0 to infinity. Okay. So this m and n are the number of half cycles along with the x-axis and y-axis. Now, as we define a cutoff frequency is the lowest frequency that can pass through the waveguide or that can propagate through the waveguide. So, above this cutoff frequency, all frequencies that can propagate through the waveguide. So, if you draw a frequency versus attenuation graph, then it will look like this. This blue dotted line will show you the frequency responses. Like this is the cutoff frequency, this is FCMN, this is the cutoff frequency. The cutoff frequency can propagate through the waveguide, and above the cutoff frequency, all signals can propagate through the waveguide. This resembles a high pass structure. This resembles the waveguides is a high pass filter. Waveguide is a high pass filter. These characteristics resemble the characteristics of a high pass filter. So we can say that waveguide resembles a high pass filter. But for the lowest frequencies, the lowest frequency passing through the waveguide, the lowest cutoff frequency passing through the waveguide decides the dominant mode of a waveguide. Lowest cutoff frequency passing through the waveguide, that decides the dominant mode of a waveguide. So dominant mode is the mode where we can get an output power as an highest. Highest power is passing from the waveguide. So the dominant mode is a very important. Okay. So to achieve in a dominant mode, we have to find out which value of M and N will give you a lowest cutoff frequency. At a time, both M and N cannot be zero. Both cannot be zero. We can have any combination of a M and N other than both zeros. So we have to find out which is the dominant mode in this rectangular waveguide. That means the mode which is giving a lowest cutoff frequency. So how to find out in a cutoff frequency? For example, first we'll find out in a cutoff frequency for m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 0 and n is equal to 0. Okay, we will find out for this condition. When m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 0. First we will write the formula FC10 n is m is 1 and n is 0 is equal to c by 2 under root of 1 by a square, because m is 1, n is 0, so n is 0, so we'll write 0, 0 by b square. So now this second term is equal to 0, so the fc10 is equal to, and this term is under a square root, under inside the square root there is a square, so this will come as it is out of the square, c by 2a. Okay, so fc10 is equal to c by 2a. Similarly, we can find it for m is equal to 0 and n is equal to 1. So if m is equal to 0 and n is equal to 1, we are getting fc01 equals to c by 2 into 0 upon a bracket square plus 1 upon b, sorry, 1 upon b bracket square is equal to what? First term will be 0 and this is equal to c divided by 2b. Now we can compare the cutoff frequency of fc10 and fc01. fc10 is equal to what? fc10 is equal to, that is c upon 2a, and fc01 equals to c upon 2b. Now, if you see the dimension, if you compare the dimension A and B, A is having a larger dimension and B is having a smaller dimension. So, as A is larger as compared to B, as A is larger as compared to B, then if A is large, this FC10 will be small and FC01 will be large. So we can say that out of these two modes, the FC10 mode is having a lowest cutoff frequency, that is FC10 resembles, this cutoff frequency resembles TE10 mode. So out of this, and this resembles TE01 mode. So this TE10 mode, if you compare TE10 mode and TE01 mode, TE10 mode is having a lowest cutoff frequency FC10. So out of these two modes, TE10 is in a dominant mode. Out of these two modes, TE10 is in a dominant mode. Now we will find out for m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 1. If m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 1, then fc11 is equal to c by 2 under root of 1 by a bracket square plus 1 by b bracket square. So if you compare this fc11, that is also having a cutoff frequency more than T10. So the lowest cutoff frequency mode is T10 mode. So the dominant is a T10 mode. So the dominant mode for a rectangular waveguide is the lowest cutoff frequency mode, and that is T10 mode. Okay, so it's always T10 mode is a dominant mode. Then the order of a next mode changes depending upon the dimensions of the guide. So next mode changes, the order of the next mode changes depending upon the dimensions of the guide. And see, when we are talking about the modes, or when we are testing the modes, it is always required to test the three basic modes: TE10 mode, TE01 mode, and TE11 mode. So if you are testing all these three basic modes, then other modes, that is TE20 is equal to TE10, TE02 is equal to TE02 is equal to TE01, and TE22 is equal to TE11. So all these modes are equal to each other. So we have to, while testing the mode conditions, we have to test the three basic modes 10, 01 and 11. Thank you. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel.